It's Bourbon Night Live. How is everyone doing?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Hope you don't have the Sunday scaries.
Sunday scaries? Mm-hmm. What's that?
You don't know what the Sunday scaries are? It's like when you realize you spend the whole day kind of thinking about that you have to go back to work tomorrow. You know?
Oh.
And you get that icky feeling in like the pit of your stomach of like,
I gotcha.
I don't want to. The weekend was so good. I drank so much good bourbon. Do I have to go back to work? It's the Sunday scaries.
Aren't we all still working from home?
I don't think... Chad, no.
No.
No. Some people...
Sorry, I'm dealing with the light here. Stupid YouTube compression, always making things darker.
Yeah.
Nah.
It happens. Technology. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah, hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Had a great weekend. We did. Nice and relaxing, I think. Mm-hmm. And let's go ahead and get something in our glass. We've actually got a lot of what's news and sample shout-outs to catch up on.
Yes.
But I want to have something in our glass in case, you know.
Tomorrow's President's Day. A lot of people are off work tomorrow.
That's right. So no Sunday scaries.
No Sunday scaries, not this Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who do not have to work tomorrow. For those of you who do.
Sorry.
Including me. Sorry, me.
Me too.
It's fine. I got this. We're
That's
going to be
right.
fine.
Starting off here with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is A122. I'm never used to saying the new rhythm of things.
I'll
in the
forever
new
be
year.
like
121
A119
or 120.
117.
Yeah. 122. A122. It's 120.8 proof.
Oh, so we're starting off there.
Low. Yeah, we're starting off low.
Low.
Well, the Larceny that we're going to be drinking tonight is higher than
What
this.
did we have the other day? Was it like 160 proof?
60 proof.
Or it was 160 though. Like, because I mean that's the highest it can be, right? It would still be bourbon.
No. Well, I mean,
Yes.
I don't know. I have to get a ruling on that. Like, if it goes above that in the barrel, like, of course, it has the maximum
In
it
the
can
bottle.
enter the barrel is 125.
Right.
If it goes over 160, are they allowed to put it in a bottle?
No, I think it's just you can't bottle at above 160.
Yeah.
Just like you can't bottle below 80 and call it bourbon.
Right. Yeah. Between 80 and 160.
Somebody tell me I'm right.
Yeah, that's one that I've never really
I'm pretty sure because then it's
double-checked on.
Well,
neutral.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not neutral. I mean, it's like you're getting that high. It's like
just
in
not
vodka
bourbon
territory,
anymore.
but
Right.
you know, at least it's aged in oak.
Anyways, what I was trying to say was we had a little sample of it was from 1792, I think, and from Barton, and it was 160 proof. And I was talking and forgot what was in my glass and took a sip, and I was like, it was good, but I was like, my throat.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't so different than like a hazmat.
It
I
did.
mean, you could tell it was good quality
You
stuff.
weren't gonna get blinded or anything, but still, I wasn't prepared. It
Right.
definitely, they say that you have those little, not what's it called?
Celia?
Silly, I don't know what it's called in your throat, right? Like they just help you with, and like you can burn them off
And
through
they're
smoking and stuff. And I
Yeah.
just felt like it was just fried.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Let's go ahead and
shall
get
we?
this. Yeah, cork
Also,
pop.
friends in the chat, thank you for joining us
There we
tonight, and some mods. We always appreciate when you guys are here.
Can always have more.
Thank you, I appreciate it. After dry January, it does not take much, which I'm sure you guys saw last weekend at the Bourbon Bowl.
A little tolerance dip, right?
Where I lost, spoilers, again, only for the third time out of 4.
It's all right.
It's not good odds.
It's all right. You just need.
I'm the long shot in
You just
these.
need Todd Cooper to come back and be the ref, and
Because he has good taste, is what you're saying.
yeah, of course.
Well, our paths are very in line. No, I'm not saying, I don't know what I'm saying. We were fortunate enough to have multiple judges to choose from. You done now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you think so? Done tinkering? He'll never be done tinkering.
No.
Let's be honest.
All right, so
Ooh, lovely.
as we said in the title of tonight's episode, will Heaven Hill be kicking off this year on the right foot? We're doing the A of both the Elijah Craig and the Larceny. So this is sort of like the groundhog in our opinion. Like, is it going to see its shadow? Are we going to have
6 more weeks of winter?
2 more releases of excellent barrel proof? I don't know.
It does smell awful nice, though. You know what? It almost...
I was going to say, it's not a real big nose for me.
It almost gives me... This is weird. More of like a Four Roses barrel proof nose. And that I think there's like some floral and some spice in there that reminds me of how I feel when I smell that.
Excuse me.
Keep that over there.
Went a little too deep on the nosing.
Swan says, Sarah, I'm drinking some red wine, pinky out. Swan has bestowed gifts of red wine upon me. And they have come in very handy, so thank you, Swan.
I'm thinking of that Four Roses thing that you said.
I get like floral and honey and a little bit of cinnamon or baking spice, some pepper.
Derek's saying,
cherry.
It's Bourbon Night. This is nice. Get to watch you guys live. Cheers, Chad and Sarah.
Glad you can make it, Derek.
Glad you're catching us live. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just
all those things that I said.
A solid nose. I don't think I have anything to add different from what you said. So,
but Chad, what about their health?
What's your health?
I was gonna say, what if because you didn't say it now, what if something happened?
I just couldn't forgive myself
Every time. Tom W. says, Sarah, thought you had it. The bourbon bowl.
It was a close one.
I thought I had it too. It was close.
It was a close one, yeah.
And it would have made it more exciting for going into Bourbon Bowl 5, like if we could be tied up. And that's how you know we don't plan these things. Like we're not scheming to make it more exciting. Like it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
Because it would have been so much. Can you imagine?
Oh, 2-2.
Can you imagine that we could have done little intros or something? 2-2 going into Bourbon Bowl 5.
Dang. Now I kind of wish you had one. Yeah.
Well, it's not my fault you cheat.
Oh, okay. I'm letting this one set in because, well, just
not
close.
Right.
A close hug.
First sip of the day, and it is squeezing.
Yeah.
It's a tight hug. I'm like, okay, that's enough. It's time to back off. Nice mouthfeel, standard for what you expect from an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. You know, it's got some of those sweeter notes balanced out by those darker oaky and some pepperiness going on.
Yeah.
I like that play. I mean, that's just generally why I like higher proof stuff, is because you get the sweet caramely vanillas and fruits and whatever else, and then but you're keeping that, proof heat, and you're keeping those barrel flavors to kind of even it out.
I mean, this is a good one.
Tony Bag of Donuts said, "Ooh, A11 or A2122. She's a spicy gal. She is spicy.
She is for only 120, 120.8.
It's really hanging out here, and I like that a lot.
It's really all here.
I'm very warm.
Not so much here, but here.
The dog has joined us.
Yeah. Hello, dog.
Hear her collar jingling.
Exceptional mouthfeel.
Causing trouble.
I don't know. Would you call it exceptional?
I would just call it in line with other Elijah Craig Barrel Proof releases. But I think it's an above average mouthfeel. Exceptional?
Above average. I'm not going to give it the exceptional mouthfeel. Okay.
No.
Third sip. It took me to the third sip. Now I'm getting the Heaven Hill nuttiness.
I'm not
on there. It's like it's a dried sort of peanut, and it did take till the third sip, and it's mainly in the finish. It's mainly here in the throat and in the chest, not so much on the palate.
There is like the back of my tongue gets a little dry at the finish, and I think maybe that's what's holding me back from saying exceptional mouthfeel, because I feel like the front part of the palate is very, I don't know, juicy. Is that weird?
Juicy?
Yeah.
No.
Do you disagree?
Juicy fruit?
Really coats the tongue, but then it dries out towards the finish, and I think maybe that's why I'm thinking not exceptional mouthfeel. But man, there is a full-on forest fire. There are warning signs.
You said 4 roses on the nose before we tasted it. Now, after 3 sips, I'm saying this lives more in a Booker's realm as far as a finish goes.
No.
Disagree.
Not just disagree. I could just say, no, that's not it.
Wow.
I invalidate your experience. No, I mean, I kind of see where you're coming from. But
I'm really concentrating on the finish.
Oh, man, it is heavy.
This is just 0.8 higher than like a Knob Creek single barrel. So think of it that way. Like, yes, with this just being 0.8 proof higher than a Knob Creek, it is feeling it. It is feeling it.
It's really weighing, like,
yeah,
in my chest. It feels heavy and hot and just bold and,
Heavy and hot and bold.
These don't sound like descriptive words I should be using on the internet, but if I want my content to not get flagged.
Just don't Google those.
You can. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But yeah, it tastes good. I don't know. I think I would need to compare it to our best of last year. From memory, it's good. It's quality stuff. But that like heat and that lingering feeling and like the little bit of dryness that keeps it from being exceptional mouthfeel makes me feel like maybe it's not quite as on par with releases of the past.
It's just not. It doesn't have the viscous, oily mouthfeel that makes it exceptional. Yeah. I had something to say.
But now you don't.
And this is live. Oh no, the teleprompter went down. I remember. What was our favorite from last year? Because we can never remember.
I think it was the B.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was the B.
Some people really loved A. I know Clifton is in here. He said he loves A.
Cliffy.
A's hard to beat. But for us, I think we were on that B train. We can maybe compare it later, but I want to keep a little bit more of a fresh palate for the Larceny.
Well, why don't we just set it aside?
Yeah,
and let's compare it in
a little bit more in my glass because that's a little low for comparing.
Clifton says C, not A.
Maybe B was the Larceny. I think B was the Larceny.
No, he was saying C, not A, was the one he liked.
Oh, C, not A. Okay, my bad. C, 921.
Yeah,
that's right.
But I'm pretty sure we picked B.
We picked B.
I think this is enough for me. It's just a little, but I don't need that much.
All right, so that'll be sitting there, getting some air.
Cool. Well, that was quick.
Getting some air. Yeah, it was, right?
We got through that quickly.
Yeah. Over B, C is greater than B is greater than A for me, says Clifton. Math problem over here, Cliffy.
Do you want to do some What's News?
Yeah. Well, let's go and get this poured.
Great, I'll do that.
And, let's do some What's News. These are actually, some of these have been sticking around since December.
Yeah, so we've been behind on our What's News because we've had, like, picks and guests.
We had Dry January.
Yes.
And then we had a lot of guests. Well, we had a lot of guests on during Dry January.
Right.
And then even after that, we had that and the Bourbon Bowl and,
And so it just didn't feel right, like, when we had guests to make them wait for 15 minutes in the wings
we had
while
our
we
Penelope
did.
And...
So it just got out of hand, and yes, we were behind on What's News, and we apologize. We'll try to do better in the future.
So this is from Chris P. And we have some Dickel Leopold Collaboration Rye. It's 100 proof.
Oh, he was telling me about this.
Yeah, and Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye, 4-year bottled and bond. Of course, 100 proof. So that's interesting.
Anybody know about this? What do y'all think?
Yeah, has anyone had these?
Let us know, because I don't know. I mean, other than what he told me about them, I do not know things.
You do not know things?
I do not know things.
Yeah.
I know nothing. Jon Snow.
Oh, this one I'll just do from the letter because it's easier.
That is funky.
Funky?
Yes, I'll wait.
Well, it is funky. Whoa.
Whoa. I think it needs a second. Let's let it be.
Perfume.
It's very perfumey.
Our friends Jamie and Tiffany sent us some nice vintagey things.
We do love some vintagey things. We're in the middle of the big sample sort of 2022 now. All samples that we have ever had that we've not finished or have been sent or whatever, we are now categorizing, and then we will do episodes with them.
Mm-hmm. We got some Ancient Age 90 proof from 1994. We got a barrel whiskey finished cognac cask that's 134.12 proof. It's a store pick. We have Old Charter Proprietor's Blend 13 year, which is a 90 proof. It was a part of the 90s Bourbon Heritage Collection. Hello.
Where did these things come from? And how did you get them?
We have a Sam Houston 15 year, which is a 103, Missouri 03 pick. We have a Blue Note Crossroads 100 proof finish toasted French oak. And the Blue Note 123.1 store pick. Then we have a, what is that?
I don't know. Mm-hmm. This is a European independent bottler. It's a 92 proof bourbon with about a 30% rye mash bill finished in champagne casks.
Whoa.
I've never had anything finished in champagne casks, so we will be trying that. I like that.
They say they've had several people try it and they either love it or hate it.
Ooh.
There is no in between. It's absolutes. It's like a Sith.
I've only had like one white wine finished bourbon, and that one I think was the Thomas S. More, the Chardonnay.
And then lastly, look at, let's put that behind there, an Old Charter 10-year-old. This is 86 proof, and this is an old one. Look at that. Look at that.
That's an old one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We don't deserve these gifts. Why have you blessed us with these gifts? But thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
We do appreciate them, awesome. And they will go to good use.
Yes.
We are not deservant.
And lastly,
but not leastly,
from our pal Sean Dobbins. Check this out. It is a 3D printed, it's Bourbonnight 4 Glencairn holder. Look at that.
For carrying.
That is awesome.
Because we're always doing this number, like this claw, when we're trying to carry them. So
this
that's
is
nice.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really like, so this is a stave.
Whiskey drams. Right there on the back, by
and
the
it
way.
has, I guess this is for a cigar, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said a cigar here. We don't smoke cigars, but it works as a coaster and cigar holder.
Yeah, and it's got our coin embedded in it. And
How
it's, of
that
course,
happened,
a stave.
I don't know. But yeah, our coin's in there, which is really cool. And I'm like, Sean.
Yeah, right?
Do you
make
these for bulk orders? Potentially, maybe. I could think of, I don't know.
Well,
I could think of some uses.
In the meantime,
also smells really good.
If you're interested, he has Whiskey Drams on Etsy. So go look him. That's whiskey
Drams
with an E. Whiskey Drams. But
this is so cool. How did that get in there? And like, if I smoke cigars, I mean, like sitting outside on, patios and stuff, or like whatever. You have uneven surfaces sometimes, so you need a little thing that you set your stuff on. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm into it. I wish I smoked
cool.
cigars so that I could use it to its full potential.
To pick up the habit.
So perhaps we will get some of those. I do love supporting small business owners. Mm-hmm. Small business owners supporting small business owners. So maybe he'll make some more for us. We don't know. We don't want to push it too far.
Right.
Just in case it's like, if he's like, these take me 10 hours to make. Oh, there he is. He got it in with magic. Got that coin in there with magic.
There's the man.
We shall talk to him about it.
We were mentioning.
See what he thinks.
That's right. All right. Larceny Barrel Proof, so this is the A122 for it as well, but it's 124.4 proof. 124.4.
It is different.
Of course, Larceny is Heaven Hill's wheated mash bill. I think it's around 20. It's in the low 20s for wheat.
It's definitely not as funky as when I first nosed it, like right after I poured it. So I think this one does need a couple minutes.
But it's still a drastic difference than the Elijah Craig, which uses rye. It's a bourbon, but it uses rye in the mash bill.
You said 124.4.
Yeah.
Caramely and floral and...
Very
There's like some lemon in there, lemon zest.
Bouquet,
It's bright.
It is bright, and maybe a little. It's not so much like citrus. It's more like, I don't know, melon maybe. I don't know. This one's
No, I get that. I get like lemon zest and like honeydew melon or something.
I don't get a whole lot
like
of
cantaloupe.
Yeah, I mean it's not like super acidic.
No, but it's just bright. It smells fresh and crisp.
Tell you one thing, it doesn't smell like 124.4.
But it also has those rich caramel tones to it.
To your health.
See, you gotta bless their health.
Okay, letting that sit in. Clifton is asking, did you all like any of Larceny's last year? C921 was a game changer for me. The rest were meh.
Yeah, agreed. We completely agree with you.
Yeah.
We pretty much wrote them off, I think. Not wrote them off, but like it just wasn't holding up for like our best of the year.
There wasn't going to be a Larceny Barrel Proof in consideration for the best of 2021.
But we got
until we got the C.
The third release, the C release in December, and we tried it and we were like, okay, this changes things, you know. There wasn't going to be one in the best of until we tried that one. So
there was going to be one or an A1. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is that all, folks?
That's all.
You gonna leave now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me hit the elevator. It's not working.
What a jerk. I think this has a better mouthfeel.
Don't know.
It's pretty oily. And what else? Oh, it definitely has that Heaven Hill nuttiness, like that barley. And I really like that. But
Yeah.
it tingles the tongue like it is spicy, even though it's a wheat product.
You know what would be a good
I think that's-
experiment
maybe that's
sometime
proof.
is to take some of our favorite Larceny Barrel Proof releases and proof them down to 100 and compare them against some of our favorite Old Fitzgerald ones. Because
intriguing.
I know these aren't going to be as old as the Old Fitzgeralds because, they're barrel proof and you can get away with that,
Right. Like so, my guess is this is probably around 8 years, maybe 7.
Yeah, six to
6
eight
to
maybe.
8 on average. Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be interesting to tell because as I'm sipping this, I'm like, there's some things in there I'm liking, but, and this is odd for a proof hound, but to say, man, I wonder what this would taste like at 100 proof. Just to kind of pull down
Sometimes-
some of those, it's like an audio mixer, right?
You
And
just want to tinker.
you got a lot of the faders way up here, and I'm like, can we just, turn me up with my headphones, So I don't know.
Love to use your geek talk. Huh?
Yeah. Wow, Sarah. Wow, let's put that in there.
Oh, Clifton said I think 6 to 8 is the official age statement. I must have retained that information somewhere in the back of my brain and just forgotten. So thanks.
Well, I'm the one who said 6 to 8.
I'm the
You
one
said
who's
8. I said 6 to 8.
Okay. I said 7 or 8.
7 or 8. Yeah.
I knew it wasn't more than 8.
Hey, here's some good knowledge right here from Beth. 300 watching, only 90 likes. Hit that thumbs up for the kids. Do it for the kids.
There's no kids.
But they're doing it for the kids.
Why?
Yeah, there's no kids here.
Well, how does it help the kids?
Gotta believe.
Are you kids?
I'm one of the kids.
Oh, okay.
We're all just big kids. Do it for the kids. Yeah, thank you, Beth.
I know what you're saying, though, because I feel like this has a lot of really good flavors, but I think I'm losing some of them to just the heat coming off of it. And normally, like you said, I am very much like, give me more proof. To a degree, though, I think at some point all you're getting is that overwhelming heat lighting up your tongue, and you're not getting all the flavors. So I kind of agree. Like, I wonder if with just a couple of drops of water, which we don't have a dropper down here right now.
Oh, daggone it.
Yeah. We need to have like a emergency next to the thing.
Well, that's what we can use this for. We can just always rest our dropper on
Okay.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
No, you're right. We put all those away from the Penelope blending.
We did the blending and then we
we
put them away. Yeah.
Put them all away. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta have a I think just like the last one, it kind of everything kind of came around in the third sip. So I think.
Okay.
So Tyler just got here, so everyone catch him up on what's been going on. Tell him what he missed. It's like the guy who went to the bathroom during the movie, and he comes back. He's like, "What did I miss?" So let him know. All right, this is gonna be our third sip here on this Larceny. Okay, third sip has been my favorite sip so far.
I'm just going to compare it real quick. Just to say which one I like better.
But it feels...
They have different things going on.
A little thin.
Okay. From a nose standpoint, it's the Elijah Craig. Like, no contest.
Agreed. You get classic caramel vanilla.
Just so...
More oak.
On the Larceny or the Elijah Craig?
Elijah Craig.
That's the Elijah Craig, no?
No. I pulled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so rich and smells like chocolate-covered caramels.
Yeah, the Larceny just smells so light, and it tastes a wee bit thin.
Neither of them have a mouthfeel that I would call exceptional.
Right.
And I think they're actually both a little hot. A little, I guess I should say aggressive with the heat.
Yeah.
I like heat, but again, it's the balance, right?
Yeah, we don't like heat for heat's sake.
Right, I want the flavors with the heat. Like, the only reason I like the heat is because it normally comes with bold, rich, flavors. And I feel like at some point when it takes over that, you're losing. It's not just for heat's sake, like you said. Mm-hmm. You're losing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And yes, thank you, mods. Now that there's like just a wee bit here in the glass, I'm gonna put some water in here, and it's I think it's gonna take it down pretty far since there's not a whole lot in here.
Gross.
I know. I washed my hands before this, so that's 6 drops of water into probably a quarter of an ounce.
Our first super chat.
Hey, all right.
JG says IBN forever. 877 mash now. Whiskey cheers. All the things.
All the things for JG.
Thanks, JG.
877 mash now. It's his mash and he needs it now. Appreciate that.
I don't know why we started that, but I love that it exists.
It's JG.
No, I know, but I feel like that one's been around for a while and I just love it.
Okay. I also need to keep our aerator down here.
This is warm. Like, I feel like...
I'm liking the nose better now.
I feel like this by itself is... If I drank a full glass of it, I would have heartburn. Like, I really feel both of these sitting really heavily.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't want heartburn.
I do like the nose a lot more with those 6 drops of water.
Ooh, that really opened things up. You're right.
Sure did.
You get we said it was a little funky before.
That functifiedness.
I get more of like the wood notes.
Kind of gone away, and I feel like it's more similar now to the Elijah Craig.
Yeah, I agree, but not quite like it. But
I'm gonna put some water in that later too.
It's pleasant. It's nice.
Joey Tony Chocolonely Bag of Donuts 78 saying, third sip, Chad. Let the IBN Knob Creek showdown begin. 3 Amigos versus Mash Made in Heaven. Ooh. Stay tuned for the results. So for those who don't know, those are 2 IBN. It's Bourbonnight. Because one person was like, what does IBN stand for?
Chad, okay. Do not act like someone has not thrown an acronym in the chat before that you did not know.
Absolutely.
And we both were like,
Absolutely. I remember, in the early days of Bourbon Facebook where, it was...
Ben.
B-I-N, Ben. I'm like, what? Buy it now. Oh. ISO. I'm like, ISO, we talking about cameras? No. In search of. Like, oh, okay.
There are a lot of acronyms.
You gotta learn all these things. But anyway, those are 2. It's Bourbonnight, Knob Creek single barrel picks that we did. A Mash Made in Heaven was actually our very first one back in 2019. And 3 Amigos was our most recent one just a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
We did do them side by side, so we have an opinion.
We do. And then Streets.
MDV.
saying, hey!
No Malort
no
tonight.
tonight. Was Pikesville
Good, Tom.
discontinued? Cheers. No.
It better not be.
No, we were just talking to Bernie Lebbers, the whiskey professor himself, when we brought up Pikesville, and nothing was mentioned.
Nothing was mentioned about it going away.
Of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph Brazo says, Chad, that hoodie looks better on me. Sorry, not sorry.
It's true. I mean, look.
I was going to say, Chad, no offense. You know, I love you dearly. But that is a great picture of Joseph. He looks great in that hoodie.
He looks so happy.
He does look happy. That picture makes me happy because he looks so happy.
I mean, I don't have my sunglasses down here.
Don't try to beat it, Chad, when you can't. His is a look of pure joy and yours looks kind of fake.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm going to strain something. I'm going to pull a muscle.
That was painful to watch.
It's painful to do, Sarah.
If I'm honest. Oh.
Thank you for them super chats. We do appreciate.
What's over there? It's just cowbell.
I was nodding to the producer. Go to commercial.
There's a wall there.
We can see it now. With the
wall?
This wider.
Oh, well,
camera.
yeah. I'm like,
I like it.
I've always been able to see this.
Because it shows off the lovely, ornate wallpaper that we paid a lot for and then pain in our ass to hang it ourselves.
You paid for it.
I did. So I'm actually glad that
and then
we can see more of it now. It's behind here too, but you don't get to see
our
it as well.
relationship almost didn't survive hanging out.
Yeah, you want to. Some people are like, before we get engaged or married, I think we should move in together. If yes, but if not, just try hanging some wallpaper over a weekend. 2
good tests for that would be one,
missing
hanging
a flight.
wallpaper, and the other one is missing a flight. And just to see how it goes, see how the other one reacts. That's like my advice when couples are like, we're thinking about getting engaged, and I'm like, have you
hung wallpaper?
Done either of these scenarios? No? Okay, try one out and get back to me. If you don't kill each other, then you're probably fine.
Then let me know. I like this from Brian Brennicky. Chad kind of had a Chevy Chase thing going on there. Well, thank you. Ooh, I got a thing. It's another Chevy Chase bit.
I assumed so, but yeah. Anyways.
While we're on the subject of hoodies, y'all need tall sizes. I like 4XLT. Okay, 4XL tall. I mean, we do have a 5X in some of our
but it's not the same
hoodies, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately,
problems of being it's a mom and pop store,
It's true. I wish we could offer everything. Yeah, we're limited based on our suppliers, but we can look into something like that. Because a lot of the stuff that we get now doesn't offer that, so we'd have to get different colors and styles, and then there's differences in the pictures that are on the website. It's a whole thing.
You need to put about 6 drops of water in that Larceny.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sarah, you needs to do it.
I don't want to. My water's low, and I don't want to put my fingers in it. I don't want to.
Well, here, just take a sip of mine.
I'm like, stop.
Roger with a super chat saying the Whiskey Tribe dropped an IBN reference in the first minute of their latest video. Can't wait to hear what the competition is all about. That is true. We watched that and we're
working on a little something.
Very honored to get that shout out. Yeah, it's something that they're
good guys.
They're involved with, and a lot of other Whiskey Tube channels are involved with, and nothing on the internet will ever be put to rest, like a topic or an area of contention or discussion. But
Chad's trying to get it as...
I think this video will help get a topic that is discussed on the internet a lot in Whiskey Tube more to a conclusion than it ever has before.
Right.
And that's all we'll say for now.
Okay.
I mean...
But wrangling multiple channels takes time. And...
Yes.
Getting the consensus on this topic takes time.
Yes.
And so that episode will probably be coming within the next few months. But it's in the works in the background quietly. So
yeah. Scott Pigsley.
Thank you, Scott.
Love when you put these out there. Both of our hoodies actually tonight.
This one's comfy. I like
the Proofhound shirt, all available at whiskeyambitions.com. That's a way if you want to support the channel along with doing like Patreon. As we said before, mom and pop store. 2-person operation.
I'm the mom, you're the pop. Yeah. Ew. There's no kills. There's Zoe's the child, I guess.
Thank you, mother.
Or is the merchandise is the child,
I
guess.
The 2.5, I guess.
I don't know.
But yeah, so that's us.
Yeah. I gotta work on my spring candle scent. Spring's coming soon. I gotta do my seasonal And we're so close. So close to being able to cut bottles and make candles out of them.
Man.
Now, here's my fear,
Eesh.
is that we're going to put out the ones that we have. We're just going to put bottle candles out, and then we're going to get a flood of requests.
Good job. Good job, Michael.
A flood of requests of like, I have a bottle, can I ship it to you? Will you cut it and put this candle inside of it? Which I love the idea of doing special orders and stuff.
I mean, chances are we might have it already.
Well, no,
so
but I'm just saying, like,
and...
special orders in general. Because there's only one of me.
And I'll have to get...
I guess I could do it as long as there was, like, a 3-week timeline or something like that.
I'll have to get... I would want to get my bottle cut... ratio? What?
Yeah, I thought you have something on your lip. But it's...
I just felt it. But...
I don't know. I was like...
Okay.
We get all up in there.
Zoom, enhance. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to get my bottle cut percentage to where it's like, 99.5%, because you send me a really special bottle and then whoops,
we can't replace
cracked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have to be a waiver.
Yeah, or something.
You're trusting Chad.
We haven't thrown any empty bottles, like any empty bottles other than, if it's like not notable, we have like a bunch of them, but I really can't even think of many like that. Like if we have 30 Wild Turkey 101 bottles, just for example.
We got them.
But I'm just saying, like, maybe the 31st one we've been like, because you run out of room. Yeah. But we've got a lot of stuff. So
we've had a few donated. Perry has given us some empties. I think Swan's given us some empties.
In the coming months, especially as it gets warmer, because it is quite cold in the space where we have to cut bottles right now. But yeah, I hope to have that up and fully in motion by this summer.
Yeah.
Just
Sean
in time
Dobbins,
for our 6th anniversary.
Sean Dobbins. Wearing my super comfy Angel Share hoodie. Yeah. That Kimber got me for Christmas while sipping along tonight. I love that hoodie. Well, you were wearing it yesterday, and I was like, Sarah, that is...
It's the same...
it's a nice looking hoodie.
Make and model.
Make and model.
Not the same colors.
Not the Trident.
And I do wear them all the time.
Yeah.
They're snuggly.
Thank you, Sean. Just give them a cheers.
Cheers.
So what did you think of the Larceny that had the water in it? I think it's...
It helped it.
I think it's much better.
But, Oh, Brian says if you run low, we can load up the truck with empties. If you have... Brian, if you have bottles that are like, of a certain... Right? Like, I don't think we need, like... And I'm not saying that you have these, but like, a regular old Evan Williams Black Label bottle. Not gonna die if you throw that in the trash, but you got like a Stag Junior bottle. I'm just saying.
Yeah, or an Old Fitzgerald.
Don't throw it away.
Don't
throw it away.
Yeah.
We'll take those off your hands.
Here's Joseph saying that I have a collection of empties I was gonna throw away. Can I send them to you? I don't want a candle. Possibly. Like, we have a P.O. box, but I think there's gonna be if it's like as big as this table type of box,
Oh yeah, who knows?
That would be, so we'll see.
Chad's gonna have more empty bottles than he knows what to do with.
Oh wow. Well, look who's in the house. It is the Matt Porter, the world's top whiskey taster.
Matt.
He said, I streamed with an obvious booger that no one pointed out for 2 hours. It happens. Wow. Well, they must really love you, Matt, to spare your feelings. But then you go back and you watch it and you're like,
oh no. I would make Chad delete that video from the internet. I'd be like, no.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
No.
Oh my God. Yeah. Justin, the nice super chat here, which is triangle worthy. Says, nice job on the candles. Don't tempt with a special order.
I think I may do it, but it may just have to be like 30 because in case I get too many orders, right? Like, and then I'll have to do them in order, and we'll have to cut the bottles. And we may have travel and stuff. So
it may be a
30-day turnaround or something.
And during certain times, you're like, might be the turnaround time is now 45 days. It's now 60 days. And then now it's down to 30 days.
If you wanted one for the holidays, I would say you'd have to order it before like mid-November or something, just so that I would have the time to get it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're thinking very far into the future. We haven't even done them yet. So we'll see what happens. But thank you, Justin. I'm working on an old-fashioned scent that I can't decide if it's going to be seasonal or permanent.
Because it's pretty good.
Yeah, so pretty good. We shall see.
Jeff Winbush in here again saying Happy Black History Month to you too, sir. Where did all the Uncle Nearest go? Actually, speaking of what's news and all that.
Oh, yes.
We have I'll grab it.
Grab it. Oh, we had a pick that they did with Bourbon Women. What? A year or two? I can't. Time doesn't. It melts away from me.
Yeah.
So good. Like, that pick was insane.
This is actually a signed bottle. I can't read the writing, but I don't think it was Fawn Weaver.
No.
I think it's their master distiller, which I can't recall the name currently. But yeah, got a signed bottle of it right here. Just
Every
given to me
time
by
she
my
walks into a
brother-in-law.
room,
Commands the room,
she
right?
has my full attention.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I want to public speak like you. She's incredible. If you ever get the chance to see her speak, I recommend it. You can show it.
Okay.
Seemed probably like a weird interaction for you to be off camera and asking.
You can show it. This is one of our more recent purchases. Anderson Club. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Let me get this off here. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. We will
Yes,
triangle
thank you.
you very soon. Anderson Club 15-year. This is old pre-fire Heaven Hill juice.
Old.
It's a Japanese export, but it is a 750 milliliter. Yeah, 15 years. It's 86 proof. We've had one of these before, a pour at Justin's House of Bourbon.
It's just
and
that good old Heaven Hill.
even though it's just 86 proof, it's like...
It just doesn't taste like that anymore.
So... we'll just say if you...
No, don't promise us anything.
Okay.
No, Chad. Because you're going to have to eat those words later.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Tyler wants to know if we've tried the Founders Bardstown yet. We did try it. It is tasty. If you like stout beers. If you don't like stout beers, I don't know how you'll feel. A very light triangle for you. Delicate.
Got our hype man here, Scott. Thank you.
Oh, what a good...
Okay, so we're back to the...
Wait, I'm like, where was this?
not Larceny, the Elijah Craig.
Okay, so we're back to the Elijah Craig. So I'm
Yeah.
going to take this out of frame.
I do like it sitting here for the past 40 minutes. It has opened up a
one sip
lot.
left.
And getting a lot more classic, like caramel, vanilla, the oak is really coming through now. Whereas before, on that neck pour, on the fresh crack, I was just like, I'm not really getting much.
Can I get... Okay, bring that bottle up here.
Yeah.
Please. What?
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot.
That was a little Pearl Jam there for you, folks.
A little Eddie Vedder. I do like his
Clearly
voice.
I remember
Okay,
picking on the boy. Sing my harmless little...
Stop.
Oh, but we unleashed the lion. Okay.
We heard him on a podcast interview the other day, and I was like, man, I could listen to his voice when he talks. It's so gravelly.
You got a great voice, man. Wish I could just talk like that. Maybe I should take up smoking cigars.
Stop.
Probably be in a couple of years.
Stop.
Oh, we got an influx here of super chats. Let's hit them real quick.
Okay, I was just looking for the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs, but okay. No, the A1, no, C921.
C921. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's out there. That's the B21.
You're the one who said we could try them against each other. You don't even know where it is?
The C?
Yeah.
I'll go look for it. I'll
Okay.
go look for it. You read the super chats.
I will read the super chats, and then how will you know what the super chats say? Okay, Brian says, we were drinking Three Amigos. Tony inspired us to compare to Mash Made in Heaven. So different, so good. Anyone not on Patreon doesn't know what they're missing with these great picks. Thanks, Brian. That's so nice of you all to say. I think it's an interesting comparison between the two. I think that they're clearly related, but man, Mash Made in Heaven I think is just always going to have my heart. So, yeah, I don't know. And then let's see. Chad does this normally. Let's see what we got here.
I disturbed the dog. She was snooping.
John said, the girls are at Disney this week, so I'm batching it like single guy. I thought he meant making batches of something. I was like, what are you doing over there?
He's making cookies.
He said, it's Bourbon Week. Cheers, y'all. I love that. It's Bourbon Week.
Oh, that's a very big, nice
That
super
is.
chat.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
And then we have Tony Bag of Donuts saying, I have my results. Mash for the palate, Three Amigos for the overall win. Care to share your thoughts? We did do this matchup a couple weeks ago, and we picked the Mash Made in Heaven overall. But I thought they were both really good.
Yeah, a very good matchup.
Yeah. But thanks for sharing your findings with us.
Very cool. And we got Streets MDV again saying, wasn't a fan of Dry January. I seriously have not seen any Pikesville around me for months. Was worried. Someone shipped me some. Also loved Trimmer Christ.
Pearl Jam
Pearl Jam reference. Sorry.
You should have read the whole thing first.
I should have read the whole thing. I was confused.
Yeah. Sorry that you didn't like Dry January.
Yeah,
my liver really enjoyed it though.
Where do you live, Streets? I'm curious to know because we definitely have them here in Kentucky. You just want to pour one and we'll okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I can't.
And a triangle cheers for all those super chats. Thank you.
I just have to say, like, I'm sorry if you guys didn't like us doing Dry January. I really did like doing it because for me, I felt like it reset my palate. Like, I was just not burned out, but we were drinking, we were tasting almost every day. And so it felt like just a time to like step away so that when I came back to it, I appreciated it more. So like,
and we totally did.
I feel like my nosing and my palate was so much better when I started again, and my tolerance is lower, which I think some people think of as a bad thing. I think I like that because I don't have to consume as much.
Yeah.
Physically, which my body does not like me to consume a lot. So
yeah,
I got a lot out of it. So
Vitology. Okay, I haven't listened to Vitology a whole lot. That's the Pearl Jam album.
Jimmy Drammer says Pikesville is rare where he's at too. I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing that at all.
So Streets is in Chicagoland. I'll have to text a friend of ours who lives up there and see if they have spotted any.
Pull up Mark's comment.
Mark. Love Three Amigos. Favorite Knob Creek ever. Woo!
Wow, what a testimonial. Thank you. We appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I'm back to this year's...
The 22.
The A release of this year.
The A22. Yeah. So, me too. Yeah, I really like what has happened opening up in the glass.
Now, I just poured some more for myself, so mine went back to being really hot and kind of peppery.
Oh, much better now.
It is dry in my throat. It makes me go.
It is a little bit.
Like it makes me want to clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
I knew it as soon as I said it. As soon as I said it. Oh my gosh.
What kind of person would I have been if I could resist that?
A sane one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Gimme. You're punished for that. Too many outbursts.
They like it.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm going to say yes.
I like the nose better.
Pikesville to me tastes like flat Diet Pepsi. There is an unpopular opinion.
Some people? No, I mean, I've heard that about with Pikesville. And then like Old Forester 1920, you get like such a large portion of, I think our audience or our feedback has been, yes, we totally love this. We like it so much. And then you do get, 10% of people maybe saying, I don't see what the big deal is about this. I have never found
like
this
me with 1910.
Right.
I don't see why
Everybody
anyone likes that.
It seems like, but you. But yeah, I mean.
That's my unpopular opinion.
I will say that we do, it seems like Pikesville and 1920 are widely beloved, but there are people who are just like, don't get it.
Could you read that comment, please?
No.
Threw a like out there for Let Me Clear My Throat. I
mean, I like that song too, but I don't want to hear you go what you just did. I don't want to hear it. Also, Chad does this thing where he'll get a song and he'll just be humming it and singing it and whistling it all day. And then at the end of the night when I'm trying to fall asleep, that's the song that's playing in my head. And I'm like, I'm
sorry that I'm influential.
Kick you. So now he'll start humming and I'm like, So I'm the killer of fun and dreams.
It's like the beginning of Footloose in this house. Like, no music, no dancing. You are John Lithgow.
You want to live somewhere else?
I'm good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. This one. Again, this is C921. So, just the last release. Feels like this one needs a little time.
Oof.
Love and tenderness.
Woo. Compared? Oof.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
This is
Here's the mouthfeel.
hot, hot, hot.
Here's the mouthfeel.
Okay, now go back.
This is the exceptional mouthfeel.
Yeah.
This is the C921.
Now go back. Oof. It's couch night, said Tom W. We tease, we play.
Woo!
Yeah, you go back and it is, it lit me
Hot.
up.
And that's even the one that's been opening for 40 minutes.
So we're talking the hot. We're talking about the A122, this year's A release. When you compare it to last year's C release, the C121. I keep wanting to say 9.
C921.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I don't think this one, in comparison to the best one, in our opinion, of last year, Wait, this is the C or the B? No, it's the C.
It's a C.
We liked the B best.
We like the B best.
But I told you to grab the C, I think.
You did. The B's right there.
Well, we have 9 minutes.
Yeah, we did have a third. It's not very typical that we only do 2 in an episode, but, you know, we've been comparing. Technically, this was a third, and this will be a fourth, but we had like a complete separate thing to go to, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Go to it another week.
Yeah.
Next week, we plan to have on Bobby from Foregate, Bobby, to talk about some exciting upcoming Foregate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially maybe some news. We'll see.
Yeah, speaking of It's Bourbon Night picks, one of our favorites of last year was a Foregate pick. It was a toasted rye. I know we have a lot of patrons who were big fans of that one. I mean, you know,
which makes me happy here because it was our priciest.
It was our priciest pick.
And we never would pick something in that range unless we felt strongly about it.
To have people going, I want a second bottle.
Or I'm kicking myself that I didn't get a second bottle.
Right.
It makes me feel good because we would not put out many things in that price range because it's hard to stomach it, you know? But if it's worth it and people would buy it again, which that's the feedback we got, then it makes me feel good. Yeah. Like it's okay.
Absolutely. Well, this is obviously our favorite because it's so low.
Ben said, for science. Yes, for science, Ben.
For science. Huzzah!
Scott said that toasted rye was phenomenal. Oh my God.
Fun Bobby. Fun Bobby.
Wait, what?
Where is it? Michael.
Fun
Bobby. It's a Friends reference. Remember Fun Bobby? It's because he drank and then he wasn't.
That's right, and then he stopped drinking. He wasn't Fun Bobby anymore.
Super chat from Brian here saying, I do regular dry weeks, but your month wasn't bad because you had contributors. Thank you. Yeah. We wanted to. We had some great guests on. We did a game show.
Maybe we won't do a whole month again. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do a week here and there, or maybe we'll do 2 weeks and do guests or something. Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed it.
120.2. Wow, I didn't realize how close C last year and A this year are.
Okay.
0.4 away.
So this is A122.
Yes.
C921.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. B521.
B521. Yes. This was our favorite. And it was 118.2. The lowest proof. What's going on? Why did I wear this shirt tonight?
I'm not sure. You're a fraud.
I'm a fraud.
Okay. What I think I've decided for sure is that this year's A release is so hot, it's giving me heartburn. Especially after going back to some of last year's releases, it's giving me heartburn. And maybe it would be good with a couple drops of water. I don't know. Yeah. But I like the C release better. And that wasn't even my favorite of last year.
Ooh, good nose.
I almost snatched it right out of his hand, but I decided to be nice. Oh man, that is what I want. Yes, Bradley asks, does the A121 mean the beginning of 2021?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Yep. So you have A, B, and C.
A is January. B, which is 5, is May.
Well, I think it's month. The 1. A1. A means the first release, the 1 means the first month, 2-1 is the year. So
B is the second release, 5 is the 5th month, May, and then C is the 3rd release, 9 is September, the 9th month.
And then the last 2 numbers of the year.
Yeah. Missile Man, you were right there. If you're looking for a male voice to move you, try Tim, is it Faust? Man of Constant Sorrow. Yeah, I wish I could do that. But I can't, so I'm not going to attempt it.
I was like, why would you do this? Why would you do this, Missile Man? Scott said, clearly the favorite. That bottle is almost gone. Oh, well. This one. Yeah. Can you tell we liked this B release?
Very close. These are very close.
Nah, it's the B.
Wow.
I mean, they are close. Both good. Both really good. This one has it on the mouthfeel.
Yeah,
and the finish, I think. Mm-hmm. This one's a little hotter. A little more tingle. Which, this one has heat, but I think it achieves the best balance. Now, this is the last time I'm going to taste this one. The A release of this year.
Here's the thing, like, yeah, you can get any of these bottles alone. Maybe not so much this one, but like between these two, you get one of them alone and you're just drinking it for the night and you're like, man, this has got to be my favorite of the year. But you start going back and forth, that's when, especially coming off of one or the other, it sort of shows flaws, you know? And we see this all the time in fly fights.
Go back.
I got some.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I guess my thing would be like if you were gonna buy one Elijah Craig Barrel Proof release this year and you see the A on the shelf,
maybe wait.
My recommendation would be to wait until the later ones.
And that's usually what we see.
Is there anything?
The trend has been like the B or the C
have
usually been our favorites. I think 2020.
It could be meaningless. It could be meaningless.
2020, it might have been A.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that was like the exception of the rule.
In the last year or two.
But even like in 18 and 19, I feel like it was B or C.
Maybe.
Yeah. The Larceny really benefits for me anyway with water.
Water.
I got a little bit of this current Elijah Craig.
Johnny says water, like the
water, like Jason.
Like Jason. I love Jason. I wish he lived closer. I wish all my friends lived closer.
Yeah. I mean, he's about 3 hours away, but man, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got so sleepy. Oh, man,
Better with water.
Is this your finger water?
Yes, it's my finger water.
No, I'll just do it myself.
Okay.
This is gross. I hate it. I'm not happy about it. Okay, that's good. I know it's fine, the alcohol and everything, and it's my own water in my hand, but still.
We have a cry for help here, sir. We need to address. Time for a dram. For the Bourbon Hounds in tonight, I'm Scotch leaning and become a bit disenchanted by bourbon aside from Weller, Stag, and Elijah Craig. What else should I try? So, Weller, wheated. I'm thinking, based on these others, maybe the 107 might be your favorite, because you say Stag, which is obviously,
proof.
Buffalo Trace, scrapiness, proof, Bucks, right? Elijah, I assume you're talking about barrel proof? So,
high proof stuff, maybe?
Some higher proof, heavy hitters. What about Wild Turkey Rare Breed?
Oh, yeah, that's a good option.
I think that would be a great option. Where do you fall on Knob Creek, single barrel, 120 proof? Some people are either pro or con Jim Beam.
Both of those, something that you should be able to find wherever you are.
Yeah.
In a liquor store.
Or a good Four Roses single barrel pick, which, depending on your area, can be hard to find. But there's 10 recipes there, so you might eventually stumble upon one that you just, completely re-enchants you.
I was also thinking of, are there any, not newer, but, any craft distilleries that have some higher proof stuff that may give more of that, not grain forward, but you know what I mean, different than just your classic caramel vanilla.
Like your...
Oh, Red in the Sky says Angel's Envy is loved by many Scotch drinkers. You could try their rye, but that's very maple-y.
Try their barrel proof.
Well, it's It's so
Yeah,
expensive.
It's so expensive, yeah.
So that would be a heavy investment. I was trying to think of something that's cheaper. But that's maybe got some...
I mean...
Oh, what about Texas whiskey? Do you think, like,
sure,
the difference in taste? Maybe...
Some Iron Root Harbinger.
Right, something like that that's not your... Again,
some Balcones.
It's not going to give you the classic
Yeah.
bourbon, caramel, vanilla, sweet. Because, like, I feel like a lot of Scotch drinkers say that bourbon, they just find it too sweet. They're just used to something a little more...
You saw that malt.
Yeah.
Which might be why you like Heaven Hill. I mean, they use 12% malted barley.
Which is why I think Jim Beam is a good recommendation for like just a regular Knob Creek single barrel because they use a good amount of barley.
I think it's like 8.5%, but yeah, it's. I mean,
but it gets that
it's
nuttiness.
more than that, like 4 or 5% that a lot of people.
It gets that nuttiness.
Use just for the enzymes. Yeah.
But yeah, it's some more Heaven Hill stuff.
Yeah,
could be a good option. Yeah, I was trying to think of like like we tried that Chattanooga 111 recently,
right?
Or like you said, that Iron Root Harbinger, like something that's maybe not on par with the classic notes of bourbon, but that is more American whiskey or whatever.
Let me find it.
Aaron said Chattanooga 111. That's kind of what I was thinking. New Riff Single Barrel said Don E. That's another one of like the newer ones I was thinking of, or maybe like Wilderness Trail.
Michael says,
since he said or maybe the Wilderness Trail, the 6-year.
Oh, the 6-year.
Wilderness Trail.
Yeah. Murray Hill Club is truly a Scotch drinker's vibe, zero sweetness, says Michael. Go. Yeah.
What about like the Joseph Magnus, like the cigar blends and stuff? Maybe those.
Yeah.
I feel like we're throwing out a lot of things. I hope you're taking notes.
Yeah. I'm sure there's got to also be like some barrel craft spirits releases that would lean more that way too. I just can't think of any particular.
Well, I mean, I think Dovetail could be an interesting place.
Dovetail, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little more pricey than maybe some of the... Not all. I mean, we've mentioned some that are a little more expensive.
Yeah.
I'd give that a shot.
Dan saying Stranahan's from Colorado might appeal to Scotch drinkers. Not as familiar with them, so I can't weigh in on that.
I also can't weigh in.
Yeah.
But I hope we've answered your question and given you some options.
Yeah, please don't abandon the dark side of bourbon. Try some others. I was thinking, so Weller weeded, maybe not the Larceny Barrel Proof, but maybe some Old Fitzgerald. 100 proof, weeded, but still from Heaven Hill. You're still gonna have that malt in there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I guess that's kind of why I was leaning more towards Wilderness Trail. Because I think it's maybe a little bit more of a unique taste profile, but...
My lord?
Tom. Get out of here. What a silly goose.
Peerless Bourbon. Current batch is 112 proof. Peerless,
good,
okay.
Good recommendation, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of good options. Out there.
Sweet mash there, yeah.
Whew, I just got so sleepy. Maybe it's because I just drank 3 barrel proof things.
Yeah.
It's like being tucked into a warm blanket.
Warm blanket. So we went all in on the Heaven Hill here tonight with these Elijah Craigs.
That was unintentional.
In our Larceny Barrel Proof.
But we wanted to answer the questions about it.
Sum it up, I would say the A release of both the Elijah Craig and the Larceny. Both
were a little aggressively hot for me.
I would say the one that took the water the best would be the Larceny.
The Larceny, yeah. I agree. Actually, that's what I've been making.
But it's not really surprising. As we said, we tend to like the B and the C for whatever reason better. So you shouldn't hang your hat on whether the A release of either of these is going to set the tone for the year. Because historically, they're kind of the stinkers. Not bad, but just comparatively to the others.
I was going to say, Chad.
Yeah. You're still good. Yeah. With a little opening up and a little water.
Maybe.
This one just requires a little bit more maintenance, right?
Yeah, I would wonder...
Where these are just ready to wear.
I would wonder what would happen as this gets lower.
Yeah.
But I would say instinctively, like... If I were you, again, if I was going to get a bottle of this... and you have an option throughout the year to pick one up, I'd probably wait for the B release at least. Not even knowing what it tastes like, but this is just, like I said, it's giving me, especially if you're eating or drinking anything else, like, we didn't have a heavy dinner. If we had had a heavy dinner, I couldn't have stomached that. It sits, it just heartburn central. Like, can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually good with high proof stuff. Like, it doesn't really bother me like that. But this one in particular was inflammatory.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I probably,
Inflammatory.
like, this wouldn't be one that I would say, oh, I'm going to get another bottle of this to have. Which we don't say that about, I mean,
Right.
a lot of things anymore, but, every now and then. We hear a lot of that with people, like, when they find a Elijah Craig release or whatever that they really like, they try to get more than one. So, I don't think this is going to be that bottle for you. Eric wants to know, as a reminder, what proof is this year's A release. This is 120.8, so it's really not even that high. It's just
120.4.
the way I'm
The last
experiencing it.
And then 118.
So they're really within 2 proof points of each other.
Long gone are the days of 129.4.
You think?
Unless it's a pick. Well, they just haven't. I mean, that was pirate bottle days.
Yeah.
Ever since they
Pirate bottles.
did the new redesigned bottle, there hasn't been anything getting even close to hazmat. There's been some 130s, but low 130s. So.
I'll take it. Still good.
Yeah. Right.
It's
Okay.
not all about the proof, Chad. So superficial.
My shirt.
It's like
disagree.
being shallow. You're just gonna like it because the proof's higher? Do you also like things that cost more?
Yes, because they cost more.
You just like name brand stuff?
It's all Supreme over
Big
here.
brand names, luxury items. So high maintenance. All right.
All right, everybody.
We've done 5 minutes of overtime.
Yeah.
We've been going overtime a lot lately, so I kind of want to. Also, I just got really sleepy, so I think I want to go.
I'll go watch Euphoria.
I'm gonna go snuggle with a dog.
Yeah, there you go. All right, folks. Thanks so much. Again, as Sarah said, next week we'll be joined by Bob from Foregate Whiskey Company, and we're gonna be trying
Very excited to talk about what they have in the works.
some very cool things that are either just being released or are still upcoming. So we'll be getting a little preview there. And we'll be tasting all of them. We got some samples.
I like previews.
Gonna be good stuff. Yeah. So we will see you guys then. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We hope you have a great rest of your evening and the week ahead.
It's true.
And until next time, drink more bourbon.